Hi Aquarius, thank you for joining me. This will be a general love reading for you guys from the 20th to the 26th of July. It is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Don't worry too much if you don't know what your Moon, Rising or Venus sign is. If you check the description box below the video, all that information's in there for you. As I said, it is a general love reading, so it won't resonate with everyone out there. So just take what resonates with you or for you and just leave the rest. Also, time's fluid, so this could have already happened. It could be happening now, or it could be happening in the future outside the 7-day timestamp that's actually on the video. Please bear in mind that the energies that I pick up while reading the tarot for you could be yourself, it could be the connection you're going towards or in, or it could be both of you. So please bear that in mind as well. Also, I wanted to say thank you so much, Aquarius, for supporting Mystic Freya right from the beginning, right till now. So welcome newcomers, welcome. Yeah, it's been fantastic. So long may that continue. If the reading does resonate with you, please make sure to click the thumbs up button. It's probably the most important thing for me, just to make sure that these messages are getting through to whoever needs to hear them. And comment as well, just keep your comments clean. Okay, so let's have a look. The overall energy for the reading, you've got the Moon. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. It's asking you to go for it, whatever it is that's a little bit fearful, just go for it. So let's have a look. Well, whatever's in your gut, it's telling you about these psychic insights. That would be probably your intuition, I would say. You intuitively know what's going on. So let's have a look and see if we can expand on this card. So from the book, it says, everyone experiences times in their lives when they're afraid or insecure. Sometimes those fears are based on external factors you can see, and sometimes worries stem from irrational or unreal concerns. In both cases, it's important to go within and listen to your intuition as to what to do next. Ask your inner self about the source of your anxiety and trust your guidance. The angel sent you this card because this is a time of powerful intuition and psychic ability. However, your greatest insights will be about yourself. Embrace this period of self-awareness to overcome past blocks that have held you back. Awaken to truths about yourself that you've kept hidden and see your brilliant light. How beautiful is that? That's a really healing energy. It's talking about really knowing what you want as well and why you do the things that you do. Beautiful, beautiful. So it's all about, I think this reading is all about releasing and healing and really getting to know yourself on a whole different level. It could be that these are cycles that keep emerging within a romantic sense, reactions that you keep giving. It could mean that repeating patterns, I would say, is the overwhelming message I keep getting. Repeating patterns, you're actually stepping, you'll be stepping back and looking at those under a microscope. You're understanding yourself and what triggers you. So yeah, absolutely beautiful energy. It's so calming as well, even though it's saying release fears that hold you back, and there's a lot of stress and anxiety that goes with that, and insecurity as well, as per the passage from the book. But it almost feels quite calm. So let's see if we can expand upon this healing process that you're going through. So yeah, okay, I can see why you're going through this now. So cards are coming out thick and fast. So let's have a look and see if we can get some more cards, although they're jumping already. So it's a very strong message there for you to yeah, really go within and find out what makes you tick in order to get to where you want to be, I think. Yeah, All these cards coming out. So what have we got? I haven't even asked them. What have we got for Aquarius? What do they need to know about their love life from the 20th to the 26th of July? Oh, wow. Okay. Seriously? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a big reading for you guys. Okay, so what do we need to know? What does Aquarius need to know in love from the 20th to the 26th of July? 20th to the 26th of July. Do you have any more messages for them, please? Yeah. 20th to the 26th of July. What do you have for Aquarius? There's obviously a message in there that needs to be heard, and this is why they're producing so many cards. If you're on the right path and there isn't kind of like a lot of healing to go through, etc., my guides won't give me that many cards for you, but if there's a specific message that needs to be reinforced, they will kind of like, you know, just bang it home really. They'll ask me to so after all, I have to interpret the message that comes through. So it's obviously, they think there's some work to be done there for whoever this is for. As I said, they are general, so you can't say it's for... You may come across the reading and think, oh, what a load of baloney, that's not for me. That's because it's not your message, it's for someone out there. So I've done it myself. I've been to readers online, I've looked at videos and thought, oh, in the past, and thought, that's got nothing to do with me. That's because it wasn't my message. It wasn't for me. And then weeks later, a message popped up and that was for me. So yeah, so just bear it in mind. The only way you can be very specific as a reader with, you know, is to do personal reading. So I do offer that service. So if you wanted to, just check the description box below the video. All that information's in there for you. If you're a bit worried about personal readings and just wanted a quick chat before you committed, just drop me an email. There's a free email guidance service there as well for anybody that's feeling a little bit under the weather or doesn't really know what to do. So just use the service. It's still being used, so feel free to use that service. Okay, so yeah, there is quite a... Wow. Okay. So yeah, within regards to this, things are going to take off though. You've got a lot of fire on the board, so you're kind of like, I would say, almost creating something. You're going towards something. It's something that you really want, especially with these. Now, what I do with my cards, that's the general energy of the reading, so I don't put them in any particular spread. It's just the energies that come through. I'm an empathic intuitive reader, so I'll know the sequence of the cards. Okay, for anybody who's got any queries about me reading. So yeah, because some people may come across the videos and think, God, she doesn't know what she's doing. Look, she's just shuffling those cards and just putting them. No, but that's what my guides are asking me to do. They choose the cards and I just interpret them. Okay, so, and it's a progression. It's a progression of energies. So we've got... I think you've made a decision, and I don't think this has been the best decision for you for some reason. I think that you're reflecting on it and thinking, oh my gosh, why did I make that choice? Why did I make that choice? I always do this, and that's a really strong message that comes through. Take it as it resonates, because it may not be for you, okay? If it is for you, click the thumbs up button. But yeah, it seems it's like there's a repeating pattern, and you're kind of like awakening to that, especially with this moon card here. So we're just going to start off. So you're starting off a little bit, or this is the energy surrounding, this is why, the energy surrounding the reading, this is why you're going through all these energies. So the first card we get is ego. Oh, actually, I think your life experience card comes before ego. Or is it that way around? Yeah, I think it's ego based there. So your ego card, sorry about that. The ego card, it says a false sense of entrapment. So you're kind of like almost trapped. You're feeling trapped within a connection or situation, and you're feeling very negative about this. You're overly focused on what you can lose. This is a kind of like, if you arc back to probably about 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, if you look back at the readings for Aquarius, you're interested, you come across this reading, have a look back into the last, like, probably about 5, 6, I would say probably about 7 weeks, really. There's been an air of you wanting to move away from something that no longer serves you, but you're very unsure about how to do it. And my guides have been urging you to make a decision on, yeah, putting the situation to bed, but it looks like you may be getting there, but it's still a lot of fear. And this is about stability and finances, I think. It says here, so your first card is the ego, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things. That's your stability, your finances. What am I going to do for work, almost? If I leave this connection or situation, how am I going to fund myself, my lifestyle? How am I going to be able to stand on my own 2 feet and be independent, almost, is the message that's coming through. And it's very, very strong. It says here, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So there's a lot of anxiety, insecure, kind of like almost get like a mania, kind of like manically thinking about things, over-processing things, being up in your head about it. You're not actually speaking, so this may be this energy here may be exhibited in different ways, like being overly emotional or just severely stressed, quite snappy. Take it as it resonates. Take it as it resonates. I don't think there's any fighting in there. I think you may be fighting internally with yourself. You're a bit annoyed almost about you've slipped into an old pattern, or something's happened and you're like, crumbs, this has happened again. Why is it happening again? Why have I done this? I saw the warning signs and I didn't listen to myself. It's a very strong message that's coming through. So you intuitively knew it was the wrong choice, but you went with it anyway. And I think that's because of stability and finances. It's a very strong message that comes through. Okay, so you're up in your own head. You've got all these negative or fear-based thoughts. Which way do I turn? It's almost like a rabbit trying to get away from, a predator even. That's the kind of like energy that's coming through with this card. And then we've got life experience. Something's going to change. Something is going to change. But I think really the ego comes in, and then you've got the 5 of air. It says an unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. So you may have been privy to some information within this situation or connection that kind of like sparks this, oh crumbs, why did I do this again, kind of like thought pattern. But then you find out that the person that's in the connection or situation with you is, the message that comes through, please don't shoot me for this, the message that comes through is they were only staying with you because of financial stability. That's for someone out there. It's not for everyone. It's just a message that comes through. So just take it as it resonates. But I feel somebody's been using you in this situation. And that's why you've become very, very negative. You've realised you've made a wrong choice, but this person in the connection's actually been using you. I'm really sorry, Aquarius, but it's the message that comes out. So take it as it resonates. Then they kind of like comes through, you're kind of coming through. Let's have a look, because I think that this Hermit, this Hermit card, or is also echoing this Moon card here. Spend time in quiet meditation. So you've learned this, you're privy to this information now, and you're kind of like going within, especially with this Moon card here. Important in psychic insights, events behind the scenes for this Five of Air. There's something been going on. The Moon shone its light on this murkiness that's happened. This person's been either doing the dirty. I keep getting third party situation. They've put you in a third party situation, but they've been doing something behind your back, but they've been kind of like, and I get the picture of being nice to your face, but then when your back's turned, they're almost dismissing you, they're shooing you away, they're telling the other person, or whatever connection they're in or trying to go towards, they're almost saying to them, it's just me and you, it's just me and you, don't worry about you know, they're not worth it, kind of like shooing you away. It's a very nasty, it's a nasty energy I get there, so just take it as it resonates. So yeah, you're going into hermit mode, so spend quiet time in meditation, spiritual teaching and self-discovery. So you're almost, you know, looking at this and thinking, crumbs, how, why did that happen, how did it happen, and looking at everything with a fine-tooth comb. So we've got, there is, I don't think that comes before that, I think that comes after. So yeah, I think there's a lot going to be going on as soon as you make this decision to do whatever you need to do. And I think it's to move away, to become, it's almost like, again, a rebirth, because you're understanding yourself a lot more, so you're shedding that kind of like outer shell, the shell that they saw, you're getting rid of it. And the reason why I say that is because you're going to be coming into a realization with this Moon card as well. Significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change, time to spread your wings, which means in this instance I would say saying, yeah, okay, this needs to change. It either needs to change or I need to leave. But I strongly feel like you'll be leaving the situation. You'll be, this murkiness will come to light, and you will go, right, okay, I need to change how I approach or process emotional and psychological considerations, what my triggers are. So you're really going within. And then you've got this King of Air. So his life experience is going to happen. You come to almost like an epiphany, I think. It's to speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. So you're going to be coming to some kind of stability. You're going through these icky energies. You're not going to stay there for long. So this is good. This is a good thing. Okay. After you're speaking your mind with confidence, we've got here too much going on at once, the need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. But I think that this is to do with stability and finances. There's a lot going on in your head about how you can kind of like, I would almost say that card here, the Two of Earth, comes after the life experience, because this seems to it seems to be quite significant as a message that comes through your stability, financial situation, etc. So I think once you get to this like epiphany stage, this is what I need to do, I need to change my life, you need to make a decision on which way you turn, and I think that you're going to be very successful in that. It's got here, speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. So I think you're going to go through the whole thing with a fine-tooth comb and go, right, okay, you get this, I get that, that's it, you know, it's over, let's split the house. If you're in a committed relationship, let's split what we've bought together, and that's it, call it quits. And that's the energy that's coming through. It's very kind of like confident, you're speaking your mind, you're going to get there. But I think it might take, I I get the feeling it's going to take a little while. You will get there eventually, but I think it's going to take a little while. And the reason why we've got focus, 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 communicate with the vision and be a leader, advice from someone creative. So it's almost echoing, you need to be confident. You need to tell the other person basically what you want from this relationship, if you want to stay in it, this connection, or if you want to move away. But I strongly feel like that you want to move away from it. Mainly because it's a choice that you've made and it's been a bad choice. You can't it's almost like I'm getting the message, you can't rectify it because you made that choice of thanks for that. You made the choice to be in this connection when you were the person before you became enlightened. Now you have this epiphany or enlightenment. You're kind of like, I'm no longer that person. I can see this situation for what it is, and it doesn't serve me. I don't want to be connected with this kind of energy anymore. My life is going to be different. I want to move towards a more stable, grounded, a more happy, energetic state. So I really do think that you're going to be leaving this situation. Then after this, we've got focus, and you're going to be saying to this other person, look, this is not working, I've got to go, basically in a nutshell. So as events move at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. So everything's going to take off once you make that decision, but you must make that decision. With this 8 of fire, then we also have, look at this is just gorgeous, because you're going to be coming into your own here. From this 8 of fire, you go to the 3 of fire. We've got abundance, things look very good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. So you're making long-term plans with yourself. If you're going towards another connection that you would be more fulfilling for you, it's stable, it's just what you want, not what you need, because nobody needs anybody, it's what they want. So if you're going towards a different connection, it's what you want. It's the one you should have chosen before the murky one, if that makes sense. You should have chosen the other person is the message that's coming through, but you will be kind of like wanting to get there. And let's see how that relates with the romance angel. So let's see what happens there. So we've got abundance, things that's very good. Have patience for this time, make long-term plans. So these long-term plans are with yourself, as in self-love, self-discovery, self-belief, emotional and psychological stability and knowledge, as well as with the other person, this connection that you want to go towards. And it's just beautiful, it really is. It kind of like the energy comes up and it's quite down and then it goes up again. It's beautiful. It's a lovely progression of energy, and the message is there. This is why we get so many cards. You need to do this. You need to go through it. So make long-term plans. We've also got the Knight of Water. So after this, it's kind of like, this is what I want. Okay, you're really going to go for it. Is this falling in love or a wedding proposal? The need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. But I think you're almost like falling in love. I think this is falling in love with yourself. It's loving yourself again. It's being stable. It's being psychologically and emotionally aware, stable. It could mean also falling in love with the connection that you want to go towards. But I strongly feel this is about self-love, self-belief, self-worth. And you may be coming towards someone as whole, as how you want to be seen, as how you want to feel, as strong and courageous and grounded and reliable, and all of those nurturing, loving, everything, because I think that you've lost all of that along the way with this connection here, and they've really done a dirty on you. They've made you feel so awful about yourself, but in turn you've allowed that to happen with this ego card. You've this false sense of entrapment. You've actually done this to yourself by reacting in the way that you used to react. So this is how what you used to be, as opposed to the new person that's coming out now, and it's beautiful. It really, really is. So then we get to this Nine of Earth, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending time alone, successful self-employment. So everything's going to be fine, but I think there's going to be a lot of looking within, a lot of internal work, a lot of soul searching. This is beautiful. If you do this, if you do all of this, you will feel so much better. You really will. So let's see how that relates to your angel answers. So what can you tell Aquarius about their love life in relation to this reading, please? What can you tell Aquarius about? Oh, 3 cards just fell out. Excuse me. What can you tell Aquarius about their love life, please, in relation to these energies in this reading? What can you tell them about their love life? What do they need to know from the 20th to the 26th of July? Because we've got so many cards for you, Aquarius, it's unlikely that you will go through all of these energies in such a short space of time. So please bear in mind that, you know, we put 7-day timestamps on things as just a guidance, really. So that card's flipped out twice now. So it obviously needs to be heard. And it says unlikely. So we'll see what that's in relation to. This reading may be quite lengthy today for some reason. I think they just want me to take my time and really get this message out to you guys. If it does connect with you, if it does resonate with you, please let me know. Like I said, comment, share, subscribe. You know, all of those things. Most important thing for me really is the thumbs up button. It just allows me to gauge, you know, my audience, making sure that they're okay. You know, I'm invested in giving you advice from my guides. I wouldn't be here if if that was the case. If it wasn't the case, because yeah. Okay, so what have we got from the 20th to the 26th of July, please? 20th to the 20th. No, I'm not going to take the card. You didn't pop out. Sometimes the cards slip between my hands and I think, is that me or is that my guide? So I'll just wait for them to choose the cards. I'll just slip it back in the pack, and if it wants to come out, it will. Okay, what else does Aquarius need to know? What else does Aquarius need to know in relation to their love life, please? In relation to their love life. We're not going to just get one card, surely. No, we're not. Okay, if you believe. I think that's if you believe in yourself. It could be a connection that you truly want. Ask help from others, so seeking advice from friends, I would say, in regards to a situation that you find yourself in, or situation you want to go towards. There's a compromise there, so you're going to have to, you can't have it all. I think you're going to have to compromise somewhere. We'll see how that relates to your romance. Angels, helpful people. You've got a lot of almost like soul searching, seeking advice from people. That could be in relation to that. You know, if you're splitting things down the middle, or you're wondering who's getting what, it almost feels like a divorce. It almost feels like a divorce for some reason. And we've got recovery here. So that's out of stressful situation. So let's have a look and see what your romance angels say. Oops. What have we got? What can you tell Aquarius, please? Aquarius in relation to this reading from the 20th to the 26th. Yeah. Unlikely. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. That's going to be unlikely if you just don't tackle this. I think that you're a bit in denial about this situation. If you don't look at the finer details, if you don't attack it, if you don't go within, if you don't do this, you instinctively, intuitively know that this is not good for you, yet you still sit in this energetic state, or you still sit within the energy of this connection. Now, that could work twofold, because you could already still be in this connection, or you could be still, say it's dissipated and you're still energetically attached. So it could work both ways. It could mean that you could have left something that was months ago, but you're still sitting in that energy. So you need to release it. You need to release fears that hold you back. Okay, it's going to be unlikely that any of this good stuff's going to happen unless you take assertive action and you face the fact that this is no good for you. If you don't face up to it, none of this good stuff will happen. This forgiving and learning, you won't be able to do that because you'll still be in this murky energy and you won't be able to move forward. This is what the guides are telling you. They're really, really stressing to you at this moment in time. Do not be an ostrich and stick your head in the sand. You know what's wrong. You need to tackle it. That's quite stern, wasn't it? It needs to be reinforced there, I think. It's very important. In order for you to move forward in any connection or to go forward in life, you need to understand yourself and you need to understand why you do the things you do. Because you'll just keep repeating the same patterns over and over and over again that are no longer healthy, serving you. You will look back at your life and in 20 years you will reflect back on the past 20 years and think, what the heck have I been doing? Right? And I will tell you now, as a reader and as a human being and as a person who is, you know, I am not faultless, I am not perfect in any way, shape or form. I've had to do a lot of reflecting of how I've ran my affairs, emotional, family affairs, you know, connections within my own family, connections at work, things like that, in order to understand why the same things keep occurring. And I almost had to sit there and be so brutally honest with myself. And I thought, wow, okay, how do I get through this? I felt so much immense pain. It was unreal. It really was. Spiritual awakening is a painful, painful experience. If anybody tells you it's sitting cross-legged on a rock, they're talking absolute rubbish. They really are. Spiritual awakening is about actually looking within and getting to grips with all the murky stuff that we drag along with ourselves. It's like a bag and we keep putting things in and we drag these cycles and things along the way. We kind of like, it's like having these glasses on and not seeing the wood for the trees, or, you know, just blindly walking through life. And once you actually sit down, you think, Christ, this is what I've been doing. This is why I've had the same things come up, the same things. This can't be coincidence now. There must be something that I'm doing, I'm reacting to. And once you understand what those things are and you do something about them, your life is a whole lot better. I am not joking. And take it from me, it's not a pleasant experience. And as an empath, it was very, very, very difficult. But yeah, it's something I think we should all go through, because we just collect all these energies, all these patterns through life, and we never really tackle them in order to get 1,000%. And this ego card here, where it says about being stuck, this is a false sense of entrapment. Why couldn't I say that? A false sense of entrapment. You've entrapped yourself. You can walk away at any given point in time. It was the same with me. Say, for example, a job. Okay, I was so fearful. My boss was, as an empath, there were so many energies flying around. I loved my job. I just didn't like the people that I was working with because they were just really, really aggressive, really nasty, really horrible. And these were the people I had to sit with on a daily basis. I would take myself out of that situation and go and see other departments. I was very fortunate in that respect to connect with different people who were lighter in energy, who didn't make me feel heavy, etc., etc. I felt trapped. This was a false sense of entrapment. I actually felt trapped in this job that I was in because I thought, oh my gosh, this job's so well paid. How can I find another job like this? How am I going to survive? I wasn't trapped. I could have walked away at any given point, and that situation didn't serve me. It made me quite poorly. For a long time. Sorry, the dog's just barking. So that's just an example. It's just an example for you. So we've also got if you believe, right? And for if you believe that it's a past life relationship, you've known each other before. Yep. If you believe in this connection, it will happen. But I think that you need to do this kind of like spiritual work here, this going within, healing your soul, finding out who you are in order to come towards this connection. But this is who you really want, is somebody from your past. You have known them before. It could mean that you were married to them. It could mean that you had a relationship when you were younger with them, say in your teenage years. It could mean that it's a friend, somebody that you've known as a friend, say from school perhaps, or from college, or from work. It's anybody in your life. You've known each other before, so it's somebody from your past is coming back in. Your thoughts are with the past because you're looking on what you could have had, but you chose a different route if you're American. So yeah, you've chosen a different route, and that route didn't serve you. It was like a fork in the road. You had two choices. One of the choices may not have been ready at the time. Could be for some, not for everybody. Just take it as it resonates. One of those choices was not in the right space, place, right, was not on the same, was probably not available at the time, I wanted to say, and you veered off to this route here when you really wanted to go with this one. So now you're rethinking, you're retracing your steps, you're understanding yourself a lot more. Look, we've got here, ask help from others, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So ask help from others. I think this is in order to reconnect with this past person, you're going to have to do some groundwork. And I think this ask help from others, I think this is asking people about their situation, if they are connected with them in some way, shape or form. So it may be that you share the same set of friends, and you're going to approach them and say, oh yeah, I had a thing for so and so. Do you know how they're doing now, or what's their situation, in order to try and engage. But I think that you're a bit, even though you're going to be quite stable in coming forward to this person, I almost feel, and I get the message of trepidation for some reason. There's some trepidation in there, perhaps because you've been so scorned in the past with this relationship or situation you're coming away from, or have come away from. I think you're kind of like, this is the one I want to go for, this is the person that's right for me, this is what the person I want in my life for the rest of my life. There's you making long-term plans, so you want to make sure that this is a good grounded, solid kind of like offer, I wanted to say. So yeah, you just want to make sure that they're available for you, I wanted to say. And look at this, compromise, let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. So you're going to have to almost like, let me just pull that down a minute. You're going to have to almost, you won't have full control of the situation, I was going to say, because you don't want to come forward and get your fingers burnt, is the message that's coming through. You're that worried about it. You're that worried about it falling flat, because this is a wish come true for you. This is almost like a wish upon a star. It's something that you've wanted for a heck of a long time, but you don't want to stuff it up. It's the message that comes out, so take it as it resonates. So, okay, helpful people, wedding. This situation involves marriage. Ooh, it could for some literally mean that this other person's in a committed relationship. It could literally mean that you can see yourself married to this, or you have dreams about being married to this person. It's about, I think it's a lot about commitment though, as not in a wedding ceremony itself, but actually wanting to, the message I'm getting is wanting to fully commit to yourself, your self-healing, and this person. You want to fully commit to them in a very big way, not in kind of like, you know, short change, there you go, let's go on a few dates and that's it, kind of thing. You have a whole vision for this connection relationship going forward. It's going the distance almost, I get in my head. And there's that song, what was it by Beck, Going the Distance. Oh, I can't I don't know why I'm trying to sing it. It's a really, really good song. If you get to hear it, just Beck, Going the Distance. It's going for speed. Oh, it's a really, really good song. It's just in my head now. But recovery, it says new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. This new person is actually somebody that you've known from your past. So through all of this stress, you are going to come out with something beautiful, but you just need to do that work, and you need to be committed into doing that work, committed to yourself. And you know what, which is the weirdest thing, I'm getting this message, if you're committed to yourself, then you will be committed to this relationship remaining stable, honest, transparent. You'll be putting 1,000% in it. So absolutely beautiful. Your eyes won't be wandering around looking at other people, I wanted to say, because this will be what you wanted. So commit. It's about committing. It's about putting in the work to your own self healing, and also the work that needs to be done in order to come towards this past life person, because I don't think that this person is going to put up with any shenanigans, especially if they know you. They're not going to put up with any shenanigans from how you were before. They're not going to put up with that. They're worth 1,000% of your time, effort, love, emotional support, stability, etc. Everything that goes with that. They are worth it, and they know they are. They know they are. So you need to come at this recovered and kind of like saying, yep, okay, chucks away. You're the person I want to be with. Let's go. But you can't do that. You need to go through this in order to get to that beautiful relationship that you really, really want. Okay, so we've also got recovery. Look at this, how gorgeous. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Yes, it will. This is forgiving yourself, forgiving everybody for situations. You may have blamed your parents in the past. Well, you know, the way I act is because my parents didn't love me enough. What a load of baloney. Okay, you may think that, and we may go through cycles of thinking like that, but really the buck stops with you. You can turn anything around. That's what it's telling you. You can turn your life around. You can turn your emotional stability around. Your psychological, approaches to things. You can turn it around. The buck stops with you. You can't blame other people. Okay, they've probably given you a bit of a rubbish start with how they've acted in the past, but you just need to kind of like go, oh, okay, I'm not going to act like that. So that is going to be so beneficial to you, I think. Okay, that's all we've got from your romance angels. It's a very protected reading, but it has to come out. It has to come out in such a way that is understandable. It's my guys like to hammer things home, not in a belligerent way. They do it out of passion, and they urge me to be passionate about you guys as well, because if you need support or anything, I am here. I'm not in here to blame, I'm in here to give the reason why I created this channel is to give you guidance from my guides. They're fantastic, they really are, but you know, I didn't listen to them for a long time, and thought I know what I need to do, and I know what's best. As an Aries, yeah, we do things like that. I know what's best for me, blah blah blah. And then you think, hang on a minute, the universe has asked me to do a spiritual awakening probably about 5 times now, and only got round to, I think it was last year actually when I moved here. And yeah, flipping hell, that was awful. It's been probably about 3 years since I did my spiritual awakening fully, and it was awful. It was absolutely awful. And with spiritual awakenings as well, don't think everything's over in one foul swoop and you can get back to, you know, oh, I'm okay, I'm 1,000%, you know, good. Because it doesn't work like that. There are triggers, there are things that resurface that you need, and you'll be asked to go back, reassess, evaluate, release. And every time you get a little bit, there's more progress being made. You know, so it's not over in 3 seconds. It can't be. You're shedding a lot of things. You're like an onion with all these layers. So in order to get to who you truly are, who you truly want to be, you have to shed those layers. Okay, so I'm going to stop. I don't know why they keep telling me to tell you this, but anyway, look, hold your vision. So if that's beautiful, the vision of how you want to be and what you want for the future, nothing is yet set in stone. That's because you need to go through all of this in order to get to, you know, this beautiful past life relationship, this new love, this commitment to yourself and the other person to make it work. So nothing's yet set in stone because it's your choice at the end of the day. These readings are for guidance only. They're not me telling you what to do. They're here to guide you. If you want to take that guidance on board and go through the steps, then that's fantastic. And if you don't, then you won't, and then you won't get to this beautiful kind of like past life relationship, being in tune with yourself and the person that you want in your life. The answers you need are coming. Yes, they are, because you're doing a lot of reflecting in this. We've also got show the world the real you. Yeah, because I think you've lost yourself along the way. We've also got emotions are running high. Yeah, because I think that you love this person. I really do think that you love them. You see a whole future with them, but you won't be able to get there unless you change your habits. Look at yourself and understand why you do the things you do, and be the person that you want to be. You can do it. You've got all the tools in the book to do it. In the box. You've got all the words in the book to do it. You just need to have that faith, just take that first step. Get rid of this icky energy that's just really awful for you. That I really strongly feel there's a third party situation going on. Your hard work is paying off. Yes, it will. And the reason why they're asking me to look, do not let pride get in the way. Ask for help from others. If you can't do it on your own, seek support. There are thousands, millions of people out there that will help you become spiritually. They will guide you along the way. They will help you. I'm here. That free email service is still here. I am. I can guide. So if you wanted to and you are interested in doing this but have no clue as to how to get there, how to start it, just email me and I'll tell you. I'll guide you. I won't tell you, I'll guide you. I'll talk to you about how I did it and see if it resonates, see if it helps. Okay. We've got nothing will come of this situation if you don't do the work. So beautiful reading, Aquarius, very protracted, but I wish you all the best of luck, and please let me know if that resonates with you. Love you loads.